Hello everybody, welcome back to my Country Sparkles channel. Today I am going to talk about beehives. So on our homestead here, we have decided that we're going to introduce beehives. This guy here, my husband, has the expert knowledge on beehives and he's teaching me as we go. This is just a basic beehive. And I'm just going to talk you through the parts real fast and then he's going to tell you kind of what comes in a kit. So first we have the top lid piece.
The outer cover.
Called the outer cover is the official name. And then we've got the inner cover here. And we've painted these white. Lots of time they come in just plain old wood. In the next section here, this part is called a honey super. And then in the honey super, we've got some frames. This is what holds your honey. Yay, we're so excited about that part. We've got two honey supers on here. Two. And then next, we have the queen bee excluder, is what this is called. So this keeps the queen bee down here going up into the honey because the queen bee lays eggs and we don't want eggs up in the honey. So she's got two boxes down here called brooder boxes that she can lay brood in, and they also gather honey in these boxes also. These frames are deeper though. And then after these two boxes, we've got an entrance reducer down here, which has this little hole all over there in that corner, and then the baseboard. That is what a basic beehive looks like. And now my husband's going to talk to you about what comes in a box.
Thanks, Rachel, for that introduction. And I'm really excited to talk to you about the components that come in this kit. There are a lot of beehive kits out there. And again, we picked this one for a number of reasons. In our area where we live, we have pretty long and cold winters. And so we wanted a kit that had at least two of those deep boxes. So the queen and the workers that are left in there have lots of resources for the winter. We wanted to have at least two of the honey supers on top so that we could gather a lot of honey. And ultimately we picked this kit. We found it online. It's a kit from Beaver. They have a number of kits, different sizes, configurations, right, that might work better or worse for your area. But this is what we picked. And I want to talk about the components in here just a little bit. And then we'll probably actually break this into a multi-part series where we'll go through building the boxes, then we'll talk about how to build the frames, and then we'll probably round out with other equipment and just kind of how to get this settled as you might decide to do bees at your homestead or your home. So let's go through this. I took this out of the box just to make it a little easier for videoing here. But all of these components that you see, everything from this queen excluder here, all the way over here to the outer cover and bottom board, all of that, came in this kit, which is great. So right here, first off, we have all of these pieces. Some of these are going to have the groove in them where the frames will sit. We'll show that in that video of how these line up and build. But these are the pieces that assemble to be your boxes. One thing I did like about these kits is they do have the dovetails on them, so they can only go together one way. And I was actually pretty happy. These are not wax; they're just regular wood. So we chose to prime and paint ours, as you can see here. But yeah, overall they seem like a pretty good box for being the budget that we had to spend on these. So I stacked all these up. These are great. Now you get to kind of the frames, and there's a lot of pieces here, but don't let that overwhelm you. They actually go together really easy. Again, we'll talk about that in a later video. But what you have to build a frame, you basically have, this is the top bar of the frame. You have two sides. These are side bars, and there's different heights, different depths of them. So these are going to be for the deeper boxes. Rachel's got these. It'll be for the medium honey supers. But ultimately, these are just going to snap into here. We'll walk through again in that video, but we're going to wood glue them. You can put some nails, or you can use staples if you got like a nail gun or things like that. And then ultimately, these hook into, should have been prepared. This is the bottom of the hive bar, so a bottom bar. So you'd have a side on each, that, and then in the middle, we like to start ours with foundation. This is just plastic foundation. It goes in there, and it's got the little honeycomb shape already started and imprinted into all of these. So the bees know, they just see, oh, you know, this is the honeycomb shape, and then they'll start building the wax out on it, and they'll fill it up with brood and honey. One thing to note, this kit from Beaver did not include waxed frames. Now that's not a big deal. We've got wax from a local bee supplier here. We're gonna melt that down. We're gonna just wax coat these ourselves. We wanna make sure that our bees have lots of wax to start with on these. Underneath here is that inner cover that Rachel showed. Inner covers have a little bit of that hole in it. Some are round, some are oval. There's nothing necessarily better about one versus the other from our experience. You know, pretty standard equipment. It's got the outer cover. I did like these. They do have they come pre-assembled. You know, everything here is just exactly how it came out of the box. This is pre-assembled. It's got the metal on top, a little bit of looks like a galvanized metal of some sort here that will help protect it from the elements, all the snow we get and are still getting in our winter here. And then you've got, you know, pretty standard bottom board and that entrance reducer. So there's a couple different sizes here to the entrance reducer. You got a really small size that, you know, is great when you're first installing your bee package, or, you know, if you've got kind of a weak hive and you're trying to get it started. Then you've got it bigger as they get bigger, and so that's going to sit again as right up front. But Rachel showed there the different sizes of the opening. You know, in the middle of the summer when the bees are doing well and they're fully established in here, you're going to take that entrance reducer off and let them have full access. You can have a lot of bees coming in and out with honey and pollen and doing their thing. So that's just a real quick overview of this kit. You know, so far I've been impressed with, you know, the quality, considering the price point that we paid. You know, I think it's a really good budget-friendly price point to get started. Again, we'll follow up with some other videos here on how to actually put this together, how to get the other necessary equipment, and hopefully you find this valuable. You know, if you're considering getting into bees, or you're looking to, you know, just gain a little bit of understanding about what it takes to get into beekeeping.
Perfect. Thank you, Terrence. And thank you guys for joining us in this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to our channel so that way you can see any of our upcoming videos. Thanks, you guys. Bye.